What is going on, guys? How are we all doing? Back today with another little hardware review, and it is the Rogue 100 by the good people over at DOVPO. And let me just show you this. Just look how fucking gorgeous this piece of kit is. It is one of the absolutely most sublime, most thought out pieces of hardware that I've ever seen in my life. Just look at this. Oof. Look at that. It is a single 26650 battery, but it does come with an 18650 adapter inside it. It has got a maximum output rating of 100 watts. And do you know what? Like, it's absolutely gorgeous. I've been running this Falcon tank on it. Yeah, it's down to 1 bar. I've been running at 75 watts since about 1 o'clock this afternoon. It's now 5. So I've had a solid, good 4 hours running at 75. Almost full pelt, do you know what I mean? And it's gonna die on me soon, but you know what I mean? This is an absolute collector's piece of a little mod. So, what we're gonna do in this little review, we're gonna jump down to the table camera and we're gonna do a little unboxing. I'm gonna show you some of the features, some of the things that come with this device, how it all works. The simplicity on this thing's absolutely amazing. And then we're gonna come back up the top that and I'm gonna try my best not to die. And I'm gonna tell you all my thoughts, how this thing actually performs, and I'm going to give it a rating out of 10 and all that other fancy stuff. So, if you want to join me down there in a minute, see you all then. So, welcome to the table camera section of the DOVPO Rogue 100. So, this is how the box is presented to you. On the front, on the side, you've got the DOVPO logo, a little atom symbol and the name of the mod, the Rogue 100. Got a nice little slip away, which you can see how pretty this mod is. But we'll have a little bit of detail on that. Got a scratch and sniff authenticity. On the side, we've got dovpoesig.com. And on the back, if you want to pause this and read that, then you can. And then that's pretty much it. You've got all the usual videos. All usual icons designed by Electron Sig, manufactured by DOVPO. So, let's pop this open a little bit. Close up. Right. This, you'll have a little look at the mod in a minute, because I know it's gorgeous. Inside you've got a USB charging cable. You have a user manual for the Rogue 100 Plus and a QC quality certificate. So this is the mod, how it comes. You've got your battery door panel that comes with a range of different colours, comes in a range of different pictures, and they're all absolutely fucking gorgeous, to be honest with you. On the top you've got your 510, even though it's not centre mounted, it is kind of centre mounted to the barrel. You've got your menu button, you've got your up button, you've got your down button, you've got your fire button on the top, USB chargeable and firmware upgradable. On the bottom you've got the Rogue 100 and Rogue 100 Plus. You've got your C and a E, Ross with a tick, and don't vape in a bin. And you've got a couple of venting holes on the side here. And you also get a DOVPO logo, the Rogue 100 Plus, and some more venting holes on the side. Inside the mod, it is a 26650 mod, this, by the way, and it comes with a 18650 battery adapter. And you've got, on the inside of the door, you've got some strong magnets there and there, a little bit of carbon fibre, and you've got clearly your positive down, negative up. That's the way that this has got to be used. And you've got a couple of little screws and stuff like that. So, pop in the 18650 adapter because I don't have a 26650. Stick that in. It can be a little bit tricky with the 18650. That is a little bit loose. That is milled a little bit too wide for the 18650 ideally. So it should be really like a 19650 in there. Nice strong magnets, and in the front you were presented with this. You've got your variable wattage, you've got your battery indicator, got your resistance on the top there. Let me zoom in a little bit. Got your resistance on the top, how many volts you're pushing. Check atomizer if you press the button. To get into your menu, Bring that up. You've got negative, the P, and you've got your positive. To get into the menu, you just hold the middle button, the P, and it goes into bypass mode, goes into nickel temperature control mode, goes into nickel temperature control mode with a curve. You've got your titanium temperature control mode, titanium temperature control mode with a curve. You've also got your stainless steel temperature control, stainless steel temperature control with a curve, and then you're back into your variable wattage. So that's the only menu that you need on this. You'd only press that. It is a little bit of a pain if you're just knocking for a second, then you end up in this next screen, which is a custom curve. I think I missed that before, your custom curve. And you end up on this screen. It is a little bit of a pain to get back for a bit. It does take a good couple of seconds. But that is about the only con I've got with this device so far. Get back into the wattage. And to go up, goes up quite slow at first and then speeds up, and it does not round robin. And then goes back down. All the way down to 5 watts. So the wattage range is from 5 watts, and the 510 pin, I'd high this up a little bit. 510 pin is string mounted, although it'll be a little bit restricted. So, one final little look at the actual beauty of this device. It's absolutely amazing. It's gorgeous. This is the blue whale one. As I said, there will be a couple of pictures in this during the time of recording. It's absolutely beautiful. Right, that's pretty much everything we've got covered. We're going to head back up to the top camera section, and I'm going to give you my thoughts and my pros and cons on this device. Thank you very much, and I'll see you all back up top. Bye guys! So, back up the top. Go for being through how it all comes in the box. We're back up the top. So, how this performs. It performs really well. It's got a really simple menu to get into it. You cannot complain with that in the slightest. I don't like the button placement on it. It's on the top. I think there's plenty of space on the bottom to get those 3 buttons in there. Like, I think it would have just worked a little bit better there. It's a little bit fiddly. How the actual menu works, it sounds got a positive man, and then just to hold in for a second and you get your clicks and change through all your menus. It is a little bit of a pain to get from one to the other if you accidentally press it or whatever, but if you're actually looking to change these menu settings, then you've got nothing to complain about really, because it's dead simple. You just press the button, hold it for a second, and then the next one you've got your next menu, and then you do the same. You've got your next menu, then you do the same, and you've got your next menu. Do you know what I mean? But if you do it by accident, I can see that being a little bit of a pain in the bum. Right, battery life on this thing is brilliant. As I said in the first part of the video, I've been running this at 75 watts for nearly 4 hours. Yeah, it's not going to be a lot of battery, but I'm running it on a single. It's not even 18650. I've got a 20650 in there at the moment because I've got no 26650s in there. But that works just fine. Don't need an adapter. It's got a little bit more of a battery life in it than what it will get off a standard 18650. But you can't complain in the slightest with this. Charging port, you don't have to use an external battery charger with it. It's a single cell device, so you don't have to worry about the balancing of the charging and make sure all the chargers are working fine. It is really nice. I like the way you can get different covers to go for this. So obviously the one that we've got is the blue whale one. Comes in a variety of different colours. Like, we've got this one in the shop as well at the moment. We've got the grey. It's a gunmetal bit like a samurai on it, and I'll include a couple of pictures of everything else that goes in there right about now. Yes. So, other pros and cons on this device. None. Pros, the performance of it is absolutely amazing. It feels so comfortable in your hand. Don't know what the weight's going to be like when it's got its actual 26650 battery in there, but at the moment it's got a nice weight to it. It's not heavy, but it's not light either, and it's got the same kind of build quality you would expect off DOVPO. For me, DOVPO are one of my favourite hardware brands at the moment. Like, I've been using the DOVPO trigger. You all know that. If you watch any of my videos, If you're a regular watcher of the channel, you'll have definitely seen that Trigger 100. Trigger 100, the Trigger 168 appear in quite a few, if not all, of my juice reviews. Yeah, the actual artwork on it is absolutely stunning, and it's got like a nice leathery kind of grip to it, so you know it's there, you know it's feel there, it's not going to fall down on you. The temperature control mode works pretty well. I like that. Yeah, it says it's 100 watts, and you know what, you don't need to vape over 100 watts. Obviously, if you've got a mod that's 100 watts, and if you're running at 75, your battery's gonna rinse out fairly fast, but that's to be expected, because ideally it's a mouth to lung design kind of mod. If you're using like a, don't know, say for example like a Nautilus 2 tank on it, or any of the other kind of like 10 to 25 watt kind of atomizers on the top of it, you're gonna get battery for days and days and days. Like if you remember the old E-Leaf Pico, if you're running that at 60 watts, you're getting half an hour out of your battery life. But if you're running it with a nice little mouth to lung tank on it, you have nothing to complain about whatsoever. Any other pros and cons on this? The performance on it hits that power, no problem whatsoever. Even if I'm vaping at 100 watts, it shouldn't be hitting 100 watts for a single battery in it, because like ideally they don't like to go that high. You're putting far too much pressure on your batteries to get to 100 watts. But from my experience, and I've put this through its paces for about 2 weeks, but it definitely seems to hit, if not 100 watts, very fucking close. Maybe not forever, it's probably more of a pulse kind of thing, so I'll go 100 watts and then drop down, 100 watts then drop down, as you would expect. Pretty much everything's covered there. It's got a nice, even though it's not centre mounted, it's fairly centre mounted, and it is nice handheld, and it just fits sleek, fits in your pocket. It is pretty much a little pocket kind of device. It's ideal for if you're going on a night out, if you want to take a mouth to lung setup. But yeah, if you're going on a night out with this and you want to show off to the boys and that, like, hey, look at my little whale, then running that with this little kind of Falcon tank on the top of it, you're going to have to take a couple of spare batteries out of here, just saying. But you know what it is, especially after you watch this review or any other reviews on this device, you know to take spare batteries with you, do you know what I mean? And if you don't, then that's your fault, so stop crying. Right, I think I've covered absolutely everything with this. It's been an absolute pleasure to vape this the last couple of weeks. Speaking of which, I've really enjoyed pretty much every single pull. I've really enjoyed everything about this. I haven't had a single thing to complain about it with whatsoever. The screen is really bright and clear, and yeah, I think I've covered everything. If I haven't, I'm sure you'll let me know in the comments down below. So my name is DOVPO. I run a shop in Liverpool called the Vapery. We are based in Waterloo area of Crosby. If you are local to the area, come in and see us, come in and do whatever. If you haven't seen any of our other videos, there should be links down below, should come up in different places on the screen in the next like 10-15 seconds of this. But yeah, if you're not a subscriber, there should be a little button just there, yes. Go and give us a little subscribe and see the rest of our videos. Also, Instagram, Facebook, and a Facebook group should be links down below. If you go and check them all out. Thank you very much for watching. This has been the Rogue 100 by the fine people over at DOVPO. And just to show off how gorgeous this is, here's another little up closey personally kind of thing. And is absolutely sublime. So, thank you very much. I'll see you all in a bit. Goodbye for now. Bye. Close enough.